Hi, my name is Ilsa Tegi, and this is my individual mini case presentation. The case that I was assigned was High Tech Inc. Some background information about the organization is that they manufacture ink for magazines and newspapers. The employees are mostly unionized blue-collar workers with the exception of sales reps and the scientists and creators of the ink formula. The blue-collar workers work with expensive equipment that basically runs itself. The organization is in a very competitive market, and the market share grew every year until this past year. And because of that drop, the employees don't receive the max bonus. Problems at High Tech Inc. are frustrated employees because they're not getting that bonus, and since they're in a really competitive market, they have really tough competition, and they struggle with employees being committed to achieving that goal. And with the steady increase in the past, it made employees feel entitled to that max payout. So since this is the first year in a long time that they're not receiving the max bonuses, a lot of them are really upset. The area that I chose to focus this around is goal commitment, which I also addressed goal setting theory and Pink's discussion about incentives later on. But first, I want to talk about how the goal of this organization and of everyone is to receive that max payout at the end of the year. And in order to do that, the organization needs to get every department of the organization on the same page so that they can collectively reach that goal. And the text talks about how goal commitment is only effective if the goal is difficult to obtain, which in this scenario, it is difficult to obtain because of that competitive market. And I think that in order to achieve goal commitment, the organization needs to provide incentives by department for the blue collar workers, the sales reps, and then the scientists and creators of the ink formula. And so this might require a few different techniques for each department. The incentives for the blue collar workers should be based on performance and efficiency. And Pink talks about how money is a motivator, especially for jobs that require little to no cognitive ability. This is similar to how the unionized workers operate the nearly autonomous equipment. So since that equipment basically runs itself, those blue collar workers are going to be really incentivized by money. So finding an incentive program that rewards them for performance and efficiency would probably be best. For the sales department, helping them set individual goals and department goals so that they are motivated to achieve the sales needed to increase the profit for the organization. I think this would increase goal commitment by helping each employee understand that they are an essential part of a multi-level machine that helps us achieve a high enough profit so that everyone can receive that max payout at the end of the year. And since the scientific aspect of creating new and improved inks requires a lot of cognitive processes, it might be best for High Tech Inc. to follow Pink's lead and pay them well enough to encourage them to take more risks so that the organization can climb above their competitors. And this might allow them the freedom to work autonomously and encourage them in their work to find new formulas for a high performance ink. It also allows them to master the processes of attaining new formulas to keep them above their competitors in the future so they don't see this decline. And it may give the scientists the purpose to produce quality work and make them feel valued in the organization. And I think that is especially important to work on the scientists and creators of the ink, because if the company doesn't have quality ink, no one will buy it, and therefore there will be no need for the blue collar workers to man the machines that produce the ink, and it will completely eliminate the salespeople in the process because the company will more likely go under. A few more strategies that aren't really incentive related would be to hold a company-wide monthly meeting so that everyone is on the same page. And this will help with that goal commitment because it allows for more transparency. So at the end of the year, there's no like major letdown and people don't get frustrated over those bonuses. And it also allows them every month to make those changes needed to hit that quota. And another idea that I thought of for a strategy is for the supervisors to do some market research to help evaluate the market share and competitors' tactics, just to show the employees that the supervisors are committed, and hopefully that'll spark some motivation within the employees to really be committed to the goal of the organization. And this, by supervisors doing that market research study, would also give employees on the insights and tips on how to perform their job. So that is my presentation, and I think if this organization were to implement some of those strategies I talked about, they could increase their goal commitment and overall be a better organization. Thanks, guys.